I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So, bottom line is, the biggest question about the Alabama football team isn't the roster or who's on the roster, right? It's talent there. We know it's talent there, dog. We know the roster is stacked, especially at certain positions. Wide receiver, they damn near said they don't need anybody through the transfer portal. You dig me? You get my drift? That shows you how stacked they are at wide receiver. I said it in a previous video. Alabama has the best receiving room in college football, and they will prove it this season. I guarantee that. I stand on that 10 toes down. You hear me? Believe that. Roll Tide full of pride, win, lose, or draw. But the roster is stacked from the defensive side of the ball, right? Still some question areas, but at the end of the day, it's talent all over the field. Linebacker position, experience, seniority, etc., etc. Secondary, young freshmen, young sophomores who gained a lot of experience. You have some sort of say rookie freshman of the year candidates already. Dejon Lee. Been balling out of control. He's big, powerful, long, fast. I'm sure he will be in the rotation. And this is not a thing of why guys should hit the portal. Like, accept competition, man sharpen man, iron sharpen iron. Everybody will eat. Everybody will eat, baby. Just because it's a portal doesn't mean you have to hop to it. Period, dog. Go with your heart. Go with your integrity. Have some morals and principles. Don't be able to just be bought, man. You hear me, dog? Heavy. Because at the end of the day, you're just another body. You're just another body. So at least go to the school where you feel comfortable. The school you feel is real, cares about you, not only on the field, but off the field, cares about your success, not only on the field, but off the field, correct? Hey, yeah, they're going to use you. Yes, they're going to use you, but don't let them misuse you. That's the big thing, baby. Everybody's used, correct, in different aspects, different areas, jobs, life, etc. But don't let them misuse you, dog. Point blank, period, huh? Heavy. That's the difference, baby. So just because it's a lot of competition doesn't mean players need to run. Doesn't mean the grass is greener on the other side. It doesn't mean they will go to a different school, a different team, a different name, different number jersey, etc., and be successful. We've seen it in recent years. Bama players, yeah, they transfer, they do okay. Some may go to great teams. Of course, they're going to win, but individually, do they ball? Do they do great things? No. A lot of them have faced injury, bad seasons, trouble getting in trouble with the law, etc., etc. You hear me, dog? So don't just run to the guapino. Don't pay for play. Pay for play. Understand? Get your guapino, but damn, dog, make it to the league. Earn it in the league, huh? That's the point, the main purpose, right? Isn't it to get and play at the highest level? The most elite level, you hear me? Don't be ordinary, etc., etc. Play for a Super Bowl one day. I mean, isn't that the majority dream? I mean, you think it would be, but now we live in a world of flash materials, materialistic social media increases that. So now you got athletes all about the guapino, all about the buck. Now they're mixing it in the college football realm, infecting it in the college football realm, huh? You hear me, dog? Turning these young dudes, young men, brainwashing them, ruining their college career, and they don't even know it or realize it. Instead of making decisions off of feelings, heart, the gut feeling, her intuition, they make it off of what may feel comfortable. Guapino, money, the love for money. Nothing is wrong with money, correct? But the love for money, homie, you hear me, dog? And we know some of these guys coming from poor, poverty-stricken areas, families struggling, single mother homes. We know that, you dig me, you get my drifts. So it's very enticing, very enticing. And you don't think that the college football teams and organizations, universities who have the most money didn't know that? You don't think they were excited to pay for play? Because they don't got to go out there and put the work in and recruit like Saban did. Everybody wants to be mad at Saban because he got elite, great recruits. He put the work in. He was at the front door step, searching, researching, dog. Hours, homie, hours. You hear me? Heavy, bruh. He didn't get to that level just sitting around, sitting on his ass, depending on other coaches, depending on his staff, dog. No, he got up, bit the bullet. You hear me? That's why at the end, it just became too much for him. He recognized where this whole NIL thing was going, where the college football realm was headed towards, dog. You hear me, dog? Nick Saban wasn't no dummy. Oh, yeah, the way he left was piss poor. He left the university, the team in shambles. But you got to respect how Bama has fought back. They could have caved in, gave up, said, "Oh, it's over, dynasty over, success over, the standard, we're going to lose it. Oh, for the next 10 years, we're not going to be good." No, they didn't fold. I got to give kalendeboer credit. He didn't fold. He tied his shoes up, tied his shoestrings up tight, took the punches, and he kept rolling. Roll tide full of pride, win, lose, or draw. Believe that, man, no matter what, forever. But he kept rolling. The team, the players kept rolling. Some left, some cowered out. Some was punk, took their punk asses elsewhere. You hear me, dog? But at the end of the day, guess what? It's all good. They weren't supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to be rolling with the tide, homie. They wasn't all in. Their heart wasn't there. So on the field, they wouldn't bring it for real. Huh? We saw that last year. A lot of dudes not bringing it for real, whatever the case may be. We know that had a lot to do with coaching. Can't deny that fact. But yeah, they kept pushing, man. Period, homie. But don't be bought. Don't be bought, bro. Have you hear me? Period. But Bama has talent. Bama has talent. I'm not questioning that. It's not my concern. Now they got to play well, perform well, execute on the field. But you know who? You know what the biggest question is for Bama? The biggest question at this point, huh? Not a concern, but maybe a concern. The coaches, yeah, and the standard. What is the standard for real? Are they going to bring the Bama standard back, huh? You hear me? That's going to decide everything. Period, dog. They had a stacked roster last year. They should have been successful last year. What held them back? Coaching, piss poor coaching, underutilizing players, you know? Period, homie. That's why we saw the likes of Kendrick Law hit the portal. He had to hit the portal, right? Nick Sheridan, a big blame, major blame. Period. Can't deny the fact coaching. The team, the players carried the coaches in certain games, homie. Yeah, the players made the coaches look good when they executed on the field. Nick Sheridan didn't do nothing great versus LSU. He was still predictable. What was different? The players executed better. The players carried it out on the field, saved his ass from getting fired right there on the spot. You hear me? Believe that. The players carried him. Even Jalen Milroe, he had some piss poor games. Woohoo, that boy had some piss poor games, dog. No denying that fact there around yonder. But at the end of the day, Milroe carried Sheridan. He carried the team a lot of games. Period, point blank, a lot of games. No doubt, bro. I'm sure they all were frustrated. But coaching and the standard is the biggest question for the Alabama football team. Will coaches put these players in the best position to win? I feel real good about Ryan Grubb being back in effect. But at the end of the day, Ryan Grubb got to be ready. Ryan Grubb got to be ready, homie. Period. It's a big difference. Still, I know he was coaching at the highest level. Did a good job, in my opinion, as well. You hear me? Like I always say, I stand on the 10 toes down. I believe that was more from lack of personnel he had. The personnel not executing on the field. No disrespect. I'm just stating facts here, baby. The Seahawks were an explosive offense. Period, homie. They could score at will anytime, damn near. They could explode. Same thing you will see with Bama, but I believe on a higher level. I believe the players, they will carry it out, execute it better, much better, quickly and swiftly. It will look like magic on the field at times. I stand on that 10 toes down. You heard it here first. Yeah. The Alabama offense will look like magic on the field at times. You hear me, dog? It's going to be shocking, especially if the standard is back. Especially if Ryan Grubb is who we think and know he is, baby. Period. It's going to be scary, spooky for everybody. Talk about number one offense. They have that. They can have that. They're very capable. This roster is stacked, homie. Period. Defense from every level. Trenches may be the biggest question on defense, but even still then, you got experience. You got seniority coming back. You got big bodies here and there, dog. Speed, etc., etc. You hear me? Kane Womack, make some adjustments, make some slight adjustments, maybe change the scheme, maybe even, you hear me, dog? If not change the scheme, get bigger bodies up front, players be more locked in, make it a little more simple, maybe. Be tougher, heavy, thick against the run. You know what I'm saying, dog? Bring chaos with your defense, period. Saw it a couple times, some real good games the defense had, but not enough. Doesn't make the cut. Doesn't hit the standard. Not even nowhere damn near. Round yonder, this is Bama football. Make them respect it. Matter of fact, take respect. That's the standard, bruh. Period, huh? So now it's time for them to get it back. But coaching, defensive side, like I said, Kane Walmack, can everybody do their job? Position coaches, development, player development is key, the major key. That's why it's called player development. Coach player relations. Huh? You hear me, dog? I don't care how much talent you have. If it's not coached well, if it's not coached great, if your coaching is piss poor, your talent will not shine on the field. I don't care. We see it on every level. High school, middle school, NFL, college, period. It's a lot of teams with a great roster, dog, period. Me being a Minnesota Vikings fan, the Vikings have had great rosters or very good rosters for years in a row. What held them back? Coaching. Always said it. The Vikings have been like a high school football team with major talent all over, with horrible coaching, no piss poor coaching. Yeah, that's what the Vikings have been. Now we're seeing it all add up, be combined as one. Great players, great coaches, boom. Great seasons, Super Bowl winning seasons, caliber teams, baby. Let's get it. You hear me though? But the coaching for Bama. Kane Walmack, can he make the slight adjustments? Maybe change the defense even, dog. Period. Kalendeboer, can he have his team prepared week in, week out, zoned in mentally? Oh, he made a big speech. He was like, y'all better be locked in this season. Are you locked in, DeBoer? Is your ass locked in, my dog? Period, DeBoer. Kalendeboer, huh? You're not Saban yet. You're nowhere near close to Saban. Make your own era. Create your own era. No matter how many championships you win, how many playoff appearances, what will you be remembered for, Kalendeboer? Throughout the Bama Nation, dog. Bama Nation, huh? Media fans, etc. Who will you be? Who will you fucking be? Period. Will you create your own legacy, your own memories, championship memories, national championship memories, DeBoer? Will you leave behind a legacy, huh? A true legacy bloodline. How bad do you want it, DeBoer? You're the biggest question. You're the biggest factor, huh? The biggest variable, baby. You and your coaching staff and the standard you guys set. Do you understand the standard? Do you remember the standard? You better go talk to Saban. Have some deep conversations with Saban, dog. Ask him what the standard is, what the hell it should be every time Bama is on that field. For real, when it get real. Real, baby. Heavy. You hear me? Believe that. Bring that back. Bring that back to the table. It's on you, DeBoer. It's on you. You got Ryan Grubb back. That's a plus. Positive. You changed up some things. I wish you would have fired Sheridan, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. You gave him a job. You felt bad for him. Hopefully he does his job as a position coach, working with the tight ends, correct? Everyone must do their job, but what is the standard, bro? So on the coaches, scheme, right players on the field, everything, player mentality, preparation, no way around it, no denying it. That's what it's about. No way to look around it. Any day, any given day. No, forget that. Every Saturday we should know what Bama is coming. No piss poor Bama, no nonchalant, no the A team shows up, Bama on its A game, then boom, next week you're on your D game, F game. None of that, no more of that. A game every week, Bama. That's the standard. That's the standard, DeBoer. You hear me? That's the standard, dog. 1,000, man. And if it's not the standard right now, it's on you to get it back that way. Proper. You hear me, dog? Period. No denying that. So that's the biggest question for Bama about Bama. We're going to see early versus Florida State. Yeah, who they bout? Is you bout it, fool? Heavy, bro. You hear me? Believe that. Hey, fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel about the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell, huh? Takes less than 1 second. Support the grind, support the channel, man. Big school here. Roll Tide, full of pride. Win, lose, or draw, man. Forever, no matter what. Yeah. Roll Tide.